Hi everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Kaylin. This is my very first YouTube video and I'm really excited to be posting it. Today I did just a Chatty get ready with me, introducing myself to all of you and creating this makeup look. So I did like a springtime monochromatic peachy look using the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette that I haven't really played with much, so I'm excited to, it was so much fun to use it. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see how I got this look and know a little bit more about me, keep watching. Hi everyone, it's me, Kaylin. So we're just gonna get straight into it. We're gonna start with our eye look actually, because I want to do this monochromatic peachy springtime look, because today it is supposed to get up. Okay, it is currently 54 degrees outside in an early March in Minnesota. That's spectacular. So we're gonna go in with the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, which is the newest palette to my collection. I'm really excited about it. It's nothing new. It was actually last year's spring ColourPop palette, but I'm on a low buy year, and so it took me a while to get it, and I'm excited, and I've purchased everything here myself. But first, we're gonna prime our eyes, which is a little bit of concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in Ivory. It's pretty much what I always do. I conceal it and then I set the concealer so it doesn't crease. So we're gonna go in and start there. Just a little bit. And my hair is getting everywhere, as always. So currently I am house sitting. I'm gonna grab my mirror. I'm house sitting, so this isn't my house, and in future videos I'll be in my dressing room. But I just wanted to get started. I figured this was a nice way and place to start. You just kind of have to start, don't you? I'm gonna now set it with a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me powder. Just gonna scrape off the extra into the pan because we really don't need that much. Okay, so I'm Kaylin. I've been watching beauty YouTube videos for about 2 years. I really didn't watch much YouTube before that, but once I found a few YouTubers that I really liked, and the whole thing is I came on here, I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to contour. That's why I got onto YouTube, to like just figure it out. What is it? Why do you do it? And how do you do it? So I found CC Clark's contour video, and that really helped me a lot. It was like a whole do's and don'ts, and she's currently redone it. I watched her original one and she's done an updated version. So learning how to contour is really what got me interested in watching beauty YouTube videos. And then over the last few months I've been like, wow, wouldn't it be so much fun to start my own channel? Even if it doesn't go anywhere, like why not try, right? Like nothing's gonna happen if you don't just try. So here I am, trying. So to go in, we're gonna start off with this color in the crease, which is called Work It. Okay, we're gonna use this brush. It's a Luxie 250 large eye blending brush. We're just gonna go into Work It and blend it in, just right into the crease. I know my lighting isn't the best, but I wasn't about to invest in a whole bunch of lighting if I hated filming, so we're just gonna work with what we got. It's 12:30, so it's not the world's best lighting, but it's the best lighting we'll have today. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna kind of keep building that up a little bit. So this year, I didn't really have like, I guess you want to say my New Year's resolution, which I didn't actually make until February, early February. We're just doing it to the other side. This is a two-sided mirror. One is magnified, the other isn't. My resolution this year is to take risks. And I've always thought that, like, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but like for the last few months, I guess always isn't accurate. But I felt like, it's so saturated, like there's so many beauty YouTubers, like I'll never make it. But that's not the point of it. Like, I want to start doing this because I think it's gonna be fun. And if it goes somewhere, great, like I will treat it as if I want it to go somewhere, but if it doesn't, I'm also not gonna be heartbroken because this is something that I find to be really, really fun. I'm not gonna try and make a career out of it. I'll go into what my career is going to be soon. But I wanna do this and I think it's gonna be fun. So now that we have that blended into the crease on both sides, I have to figure out what I wanna do. It's always the problem. Okay, I think I'm gonna kind of make it a little bit more peachy, like the crease a little bit more peachy with Meadow right here. I'm just gonna use the same brush and kind of just work it a little bit more directly into the crease. And see, we're gonna have to play with some of these glitters because they're just too great. So yeah, I'm just working that directly into the crease, not diffusing it as much. So currently, I work as a nanny. And that's kind of my in-between job right now. Now I'm doing it the other side, just directly into the crease. So I'm a nanny for a 20-month-old. Yeah, he's 20 months now. He's the cutest. He's a little stinker, but he's the cutest. I, for the last 10 years, have been telling everyone that I'm going to be a doctor, right? I've done everything to become a doctor even. Like, I have a bachelor's degree in biochemistry. Like, that's how dedicated I was. Is I completed an entire undergraduate degree in biochemistry. And then after graduation, I graduated in December of 2018. I went and became a medical scribe for a while, which was great. It gave me so much experience, but it also showed me that I didn't want to be a doctor. There were a few reasons, but mostly there actually wasn't a lot of variation in my day. Like obviously it's not like on the TV shows. Like, I worked in an ER for 6 months and I worked in the hospital from June to the end of September. And that was fine and fun, and I learned so much. But at the end of the day, as a doctor, you see patients and write notes. And that works for so many people, and I'm so glad that people want to do that. But I need a lot more drastic variation in my day. Like, I want to be able to have 3 or 4 plus very significantly different projects to work on to be able to stay interested in all the things. So, like, I could tell that I wasn't going to be happy being a doctor, and like, I'm currently only 23 years old. I have the opportunity and the resources to just switch. Like, I hadn't committed to medical school, I hadn't applied, I hadn't taken the MCAT. I was just getting the experience that they want you to have. And I'm so glad that I did, because at talking with all these physicians, they're like, it's glad, like, they were all so happy that I'd figured it out then, instead of in the middle of medical school being like, I don't want to do this. But then what do you do? Like, you just have to go for it. Okay, so I think we're gonna go in with Garden Date right here, and then maybe also the side to side. Okay, we're going to get a small flat shading brush. This is a Luxie 245 small shader, and I'm going to spray it I have this Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I'm just gonna use it to wet the brush so I get maximum payoff. So once I discovered, wow, I don't want to be a doctor, I had to figure out, well, then what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna put this kind of all over the lid. I don't know how well you guys can see. So I'm just gonna dip back in and build it up. So I have always loved chemistry. I mean, I've liked chemistry. I have a degree in chemistry, but I've always loved history. If you had asked 9-year-old Caitlin what I was going to be, my answer would have been an archaeologist. I love history. I love learning how we change, right? Like what, as human beings, how do we change? How do we learn new things? What are our priorities? I just think that it's fascinating. And I think that we can learn so much about who we are today by looking backwards and seeing where we've come from. And so I've studied the history of medicine rather extensively because I thought if I'm going to be a doctor, I need to know where the profession came from to be able to fully understand where we are right now. And I loved learning about it. So I absolutely adored learning about the history of medicine. Like I was realizing every time I had really gotten excited about medicine was when I was learning about the history of it. And I've been saying for the last few years, you know, every time we went to a museum, I'd be like, wow, like, wouldn't it be so cool to be the curator for this exhibit? And so when I was like, I don't think I want to be a doctor, my mom was like, well, then what do you want to be? And it only really took me about 45 minutes of talking to her to be like, I want to be a museum curator. Like, I love history. I love creating experiences for people. I love doing event planning. And that's what you would be doing as a curator, right? Like you get to design the experience of the exhibit for the museum goers. I just think that that's spectacular. Like I get really excited when I think about that. Like you're the one literally curating their whole experience. And when I think about that, I get excited. And so then I had to like, okay, like how does one become a museum curator? And there's a graduate program for that, is what I learned. Okay, I want to do a little bit brighter something on the inner, very, very inner corner. So I'm going to take another small flat shading brush. This is another, I have a bunch of Luxie brushes. This is the Luxie 245 small shader, it's just a different one. I'm also going to spray this one and go into side by side, right, this one. I think this one's a Super Shock. Yeah, I might have to use my finger for this. So there's a graduate program. I don't know if you guys, there's just a little bit of sparkle right on that inner corner. So I used a shimmer, but this is just like straight up sparkle. And I'm gonna use my finger. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, other side. So what was I saying? Graduate programs. That's where I'm going. So I've switched kind of everything up drastically. I've been accepted to the University of San Francisco in their museum studies program starting in the fall of 2020. So I'm crazy excited about that. I'll be moving from Minnesota to San Francisco, which will be crazy. I've never done anything like that before. Kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I'm trying to be excited about it. I need a makeup wipe or something. So I am so crazy excited. Like, I was dreading medical school, like just dreading medical school. And so now to like be excited about school, I know that I'm on the right track, which is exciting. I think I want to darken up the outer corner just a little bit. And I think, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go to the ICYMI one right here. It's just a little bit deeper. My lighting is going away. But I think that will deepen it up just enough. I don't need it too dark. I just want to give a little bit more depth right here to this outer corner. So in the fall, you guys, I'll do a full dorm tour and everything. It'll be exciting. So this is a really long tangent. What I was actually getting at was that as a nanny currently, until I go to graduate school, I'm really just a part-time nanny, and then I have like the rest of the time off. So I don't have a lot of money to just have fun with, right? Like, I have student loan payments, I have all sorts of other things. Coffee break. But that means that this is a relatively low buy year. I'm not gonna do no buy because I think that's slightly unreasonable for me personally. Like, if I felt like I really, really wanted something, I could save up for it. But it means that you guys won't see a ton of new makeup on my channel. This is really about enjoying what I do have, because I have a fairly large collection as someone who wasn't a YouTuber until I started this video. So I'm just gonna enjoy what I have. Part of it is like, I'm moving to San Francisco. I'm not gonna take my car because I'll be right in the middle of downtown. Parking sucks. So I'm not gonna, like, I'm going to fly from here to there. So I kind of need to figure out, like, what of my makeup do I want to take? Because I really can't take all of it. It's like, I'll do a little tour soon of what I have. Like, I was an Ipsy member for a while, I was a Boxycharm member for a while. I was a Glossy Box member for a while. Between that and then just purchasing makeup when I wanted to, when I was making my money as a scribe, like, I accumulated a decent amount. And so I can't take all of it. I really want to focus on using some things up. I'm gonna just put on mascara. It's the CoverGirl. I'm just gonna go into the primer. So I have a little project pan that I'll show you guys in a future video. But I'm gonna try and figure out, like, what do I actually want to take with me. I'm gonna take 2 suitcases and a backpack to move across the country. So, and yes, my parents can ship me things because I currently live with my parents. But like, I'm not gonna live in my own apartment. I'm gonna live on campus in a dorm. And we're gonna figure it out. So I'm excited to kind of figure out, like, what will my go-to makeup be, and that's kind of one of the things that I'm gonna try and figure out. I have so many tiny mascaras that I got, like mini mascaras and mini primers, that I'm trying to work my way through. I have like 13. Like, that's an unreasonable amount of different mascaras. And then I have some full-size mascaras too. So I just need to get through some of them. Like, A girl does not need 13 different mascaras. If you do and you like it, go for it. But they expire quickly. Like this one is getting to like the very last dregs of it. So this is the Benefit Roller Lash. It's been open for too long. It's almost gone. I'm really just trying to use it up. So I'm doing mascara now because there's glitter. So yeah, my goal is to show a bunch of different kinds of makeup that I was really excited about when I got it, but then haven't really played with it. I usually start work between, like I usually have to be at the house where I nanny between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning. So I don't put makeup on. Like I don't do my makeup for a 2-year-old. Like that's unreasonable, especially because I usually go to the gym after and I don't want to be sweating all my makeup off. And so there are times where I go a really long time without doing my makeup, but at the same time I have all this makeup. I want to use it, I want to play with it, I want to just enjoy it. So I'm gonna try and do my makeup more often. I'm gonna like work it in. I'm hoping doing these videos will help just have fun. I started a new Instagram called Kaylin Loves Makeup. I'll have it down below in the description box. And yeah, this is just me taking a risk and having fun. Just kind of building this up. So that's 2 coats on this eye and just the primer on this eye. I do have decent eyelashes, and I'm really thankful for them. I tried doing, I have put on false lashes in the past, but I also wear glasses. I don't do contacts. And so for filming and stuff, this is totally fine. I can see well enough. But for like being on my computer for my day-to-day life, I do need my glasses on. And fake eyelashes rub, like the eyelashes are too big for my glasses. So I almost never wear them. Mascara I feel like is always good enough for the look I'm going for. I have decent eyelashes and decent eyebrows, so. Okay, so there is the 2 coats on each lash. And now we will go into my face. And we'll complete the lower lash line in a minute, once we're kind of done with all of that. So this is what the eye look is looking like. It's glittery, it's peachy, it's fun. Okay, so now we're gonna go in a little mini primer. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. This is almost gone and I'm really trying to use it up. I have to like really squeeze it. I'm hoping, okay, so about that much. I'm just gonna put it all over my face. I do have oily skin, but I try to be good about really hydrating it, because that helps a lot. And so, like today we're gonna do a more dewy look. I'm not needing it to be long lasting. I have products that like really keep my oils under control. But I feel like it always looks like I'm wearing makeup. And I don't necessarily want that to be the case today for my complexion. Like, just kind of want it to look a little bit more even. I have some pink, like most people with my skin tone do. So for foundation, we're gonna go with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. In Birch 1.5 is my shade. And if I twist it the right direction, we're just gonna draw some lines all over the face. And put it down like that. Like that. Okay. And then we blend. Usually I blend this out with a brush, but I forgot the brush that I like to blend it out with at home. So, but I did not forget my sponge. I brought some more high coverage foundations with me while house sitting. And I like to blend those out with a sponge. But this one I feel like the sponge shears it out a lot. Sometimes I feel like it just like completely picks it up. So it's on me it's very, very light coverage, especially with the sponge. I can get a little bit more coverage if I use a brush to blend it out. But to be completely honest, I'm just kind of trying to even out the skin tone a little bit. I don't need super, super high coverage right now. Trying to get better about doing my skincare. I'm decent about doing it in the morning, but it's to be honest, it's the nighttime skin routine that I can never quite get myself to do, especially if I didn't put makeup on that day. I'm just like, I always convince myself that I don't need to do it. That's not true. I do need to do it. This is just a part of me that wants to go to bed, kind of overrules a part of me that's like, no, you should wash your face. Put on your skincare. Okay. So this is a little bit evened out, glowy still. So we'll just use concealer for the rest of it to kind of get everything brightened up a little bit more in places. But I didn't want anything kind of too crazy. So I'm just gonna go in with our Maybelline Instant Age Rewind again in Ivory. There. Excuse me. And I have the most redness in my cheeks, kind of right under my eyes, so I'm gonna just add a little bit extra there, being that it was such light coverage foundation. So I live in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. I have my whole life, and I went to St. Kate's for my undergraduate degree. And so like I literally moved 15 minutes away from my house, and I think that's kind of what has me freaked out about about moving to San Francisco, is that like I didn't move very far away from home at all. And like I like my parents, and I don't mind living close to them. Like, they're not overbearing, they're not anything like that. So we'll see. Okay, so that's concealer blended out. We're gonna set the under eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 05 Fair, with the Sigma Concealer Blend Kabuki. We're just gonna tap off the excess and kind of set the under eyes specifically. But today it's supposed to get up to like 65 degrees, and I'm filming this on March 8th. And that's kind of spectacular. Like, in spring of 2018, we got a whole slew of April blizzards. It was like, I mean, it really kind of felt like every few days we'd get a few feet of snow, and then it'd warm up and it would all melt, and then we'd get another few feet of snow, and it was ridiculous. And I drive a Prius. My Prius wasn't super happy about it. But yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. So Minnesota does this, like Minnesota's weather, especially in the springtime, spring and fall, can just be so sporadic. It's like, we'll give you 70 degrees today, and then tomorrow it'll be blizzards. Just for fun. Like, we just have a lot of exciting weather here all the time. and I'm not, like, it keeps you on your toes, but at the same time, it gets kind of irritating. Because it's like you have to have your summer and your winter clothes kind of out simultaneously. And I know some people like don't really have seasonal clothes, but here in Minnesota you have to have seasonal clothes. A lot of people think that like we just have winter, which isn't true. Like we have 150-degree temperature range that we experience throughout one calendar year. Like in the winter, I've personally experienced negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That was contributing in the wind chill, but it felt like negative 60 degrees outside, and that's kind of what matters. And then in the summer, I've also experienced like 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, that's insane. Absolutely insane. So, like, we need to have the super, super warm clothes, like the Arctic clothes. And then we also need to have our, like, super hot summer clothes too. So everyone has two wardrobes, for summer wardrobe and our winter wardrobe, and it's ridiculous. And it's kind of crazy to think that I won't need my winter wardrobe in California. Like, yeah, it'll get chilly, but it won't get frostbite and under a minute cold, which is what I'm used to. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Milani Prep Set and Glow powder. I've been trying to not set my face as thoroughly, just to kind of avoid that super makeup-y look, and kind of try and maintain a glow. But I try to not, I try to get rid of the tack, because that's irritating, to be completely honest. So I'm just gonna stipple this all over my face. What do you guys, like, what is your ride or die makeup? Like, do you have a bigger collection? Do you have a smaller collection? Do you have like just a makeup bag worth of stuff? Because I have a whole vanity full of stuff, which is the issue. Yeah, I'm curious what do you guys have? What would you guys recommend? I'm kind of trying to thinking like things that can function for multiple different things. I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in just the shade Bronzer. Yeah, this is their original one. I'm not gonna necessarily contour today. I'm just kind of going for a diffused bronze look. But I do sometimes just kind of pinch the brush like that. Make a line and then diffuse it up. And always diffuse up. That's a big thing that I learned. I've been working on my family tree since June. And I'm really excited about it. It's kind of one of the things, like, so I have two great grandmothers that are still alive, which is absolutely spectacular. But one I get along with really, really well, and one no one really gets along with very well. So on my dad's side, I'm just gonna put a little bit on around down here. My grandfather's mother is still alive. And I was lucky enough to know all but one set of great-grandparents throughout my life. Because I come from a few generations of everyone having kids in their early 20s, which has benefited me greatly because I now know everyone. And that makes me really, really excited. I don't think, this is very off topic, I feel like my sunscreen is messing with my makeup. I've kind of felt that for a while. I've been trying really hard to use sunscreen on a daily basis, especially since I've incorporated vitamin C into my skincare routine, but it like always pills up on me, and I feel like it got all over my brushes. I don't know. I have a Kula sunscreen. I've also tried mineral sunscreens, and I feel like those make me insanely greasy, so I don't know. For blush, though, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Quirky. So it's kind of a peachy tone, which is why I chose it. I love these blushes, though. I have the, like, another one that I have is in Party, and, like, this one I've hardly touched, but the other one, most of this design is rubbed off, and, like, you can kind of see the pan, so I'm impressed that I might actually hit pan on a blush. And these are the mini ones, but still, like, pan on a blush is kind of insane. I forgot what I was talking. Oh, family tree. So back in early February, I drove down to Indianapolis where she lives, my great-grandmother lives, and just got to spend a week with her, hang out, and record hours and hours and hours of stories. And that was spectacular. And now I need to edit them and kind of get them started, but I'm gonna, like, I'm so proud of myself for taking the initiative to just start recording, like to just press the record button. And now we have all of these stories in her voice. And I'm really excited about it. And I want to get a better camera. I'm filming this on my phone. I want to get a camera, like a vlogging style camera, to record family events, and I want to start a vlog, so we'll see. I'm really trying to record the present, because the present will become history, and who knows what my great-grandchildren will want to know about someday, so may as well just record it all and see what happens. For highlighter, I'm going to go into this mini Nomad highlighter, and it's their Kiss of the Sun highlighter in Balmoral Beach. It's kind of a nice pinky one. So that may have been too much. We will see. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Let's see what it looks like in. It's like really, really pretty. This is my first time putting it on. I like that a lot. There's some kick up in the pan, but I don't really mind that at all. I think that's really pretty. Down the nose. Can you guys hear that? There's a dog that I'm also looking after. Her name is Willa. And she's making noises while she sleeps, and that's really sweet. So if there's weird little noises. It's like she's barking at something in her sleep. That's really sweet. Okie dokie. I guess I could do the bottom lash line. I often forget to do my bottom lash line. Let's go back into Work It with a smaller brush. Here's a Morphe small pencil brush. Just dab into that. I'm not gonna do anything too crazy on the lower lash line. I usually don't. I'm just gonna kind of buff that all over. I might just kind of leave it at that, not do anything too insane. Oh, other side. Okay. Do you guys always make that face when you do lower, like either your mascara on your lower lash line or eyeshadow on your lower lash line? Like that face. It's real cute. It does elongate everything, makes it easier. Okay. there's that done. And now for more mascara. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really excited to just kind of get this whole thing started. And I know this is a really chatty video, and I have a feeling that most of my videos are going to be really chatty. I have a few St. Patrick's Day videos planned because I was a competitive Irish dancer and musician for almost 10 years. So if you guys want to know some tips, cultural tips, it'll be just a little PSA pretty much about common misconceptions, terminology that gets misused, that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to film that. And just doing something super light on the lower lash line, nothing too crazy. Okay, I'm gonna let that set and do my eyebrows and lips, and then we'll set the whole face. So these are my natural eyebrows. I am very lucky to have them look the way that they do. Usually I just kind of fill in the front right here, and like there's a few spots. 90% of the time I don't do my eyebrows, to be completely honest. I think I'm lucky to have full eyebrows that I don't need to do much with. But today I will, for the sake of the video. So I usually just fill in kind of right here, and then just kind of work my way through down to the tail end. See, and that just kind of evens it out a little bit more. Sometimes I kind of try and fill in this area right there, because there's like a weird little dip, and I don't know where that came from. The other side. But yeah, most of the time, to be completely honest, I don't do anything with my brows, because I kind of feel like I don't have to. I do if I'm doing like a more glam look. But we're just gonna brush through. But I thought it'd be fun to do it today. It's kind of dry though. My eyebrows are dry. Okay. And then we'll set it with some Tarte Busy Gal brows. I feel like I kind of constantly feel like I'm almost out of it, but then there just continues to be more. So I will continue to use it. Again, I don't need a lot. I'm just kind of setting what I did do. Helps the eyebrows stay in place. Okie dokie, other side. I should pluck my eyebrows soon. Okay. Those are set. And now onto the lips. So, going with the peachy theme. This is the Tresique Mini Lip Glaze in Paris Pink. And it's pretty peachy. I really like this formula. I have another mini in a different shade, and then a full size. I'm just gonna, and my lips are are kind of peachy to begin with. Like their natural color is kind of peachy. So this is just enhancing that a little bit. And then, because I thought it'd be fun, I haven't really used this, I have the Dominique Cosmetics Gloss and Lemonade that I thought I would put on. It smells like vanilla, which is yummy. Alright. We will set the face. And we'll be good. So to set it all in, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Matte Finish spray. I never find this to be super mattifying, but we'll see. I don't really like the smell of it. I'm just kind of trying to use it up, to be completely honest. And we're drying it down. Ooh. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye.